Well, welcome to another video, folks, and another tasty video. Thank you very much to Cosori for sponsoring this video.
Thank you, Cosori.
In this video, we're going to be using the Cosori TwinFry Air Fryer.
My favourite.
And we did make a couple of weeks ago, Sharon, a lovely minced beef and onion pie where you made your own pastry.
Yeah.
In today's video, we're going to continue with the theme because we're making a chicken and mushroom and bacon pie, or pies rather.
Yep.
Now we're going to do two types. We're going to do two types, baby.
Yes.
You've already made your own pastry, and if they want to know how to make that, go back to the
mince and onion pie.
And
potato.
And you'll see how she's made the pastry there. And we've also got a shop-bought puff pastry.
Because last time it was shortcrust, wasn't it? So this
Yeah,
time
the last one was shortcrust. The one Sharon made was with lard in and all that is shortcrust. Puff pastry is a little bit more difficult to make.
It takes forever to make.
So this is a quick way of doing it. So let's just run you through the ingredients, and then we'll start cooking this little chicken, bacon, mushroom pies. I can't wait, Shell. I love a pie. I'm carrying on with my job, Shell. This side of the camera. You do that side of the camera. Now, the idea of these pies is that they're very simple to make.
Yes.
They're homemade.
Yes.
And they'll also be very full.
Bulging.
Right, so what we got here then?
Right, so we've got a pack of streaky bacon.
Right, you've just cut that up into little pieces, haven't you?
It's actually cheaper to buy that than lardons. Lardons are quite expensive at the moment.
Okay.
Tray of mushrooms.
Right, and you've roughly cut
You may think they're a bit big, but you all know they shrink.
Yeah.
The cheat.
This is the cheat.
Chicken soup.
A white sauce, basically, with a chicken flavour. That's what we were looking for. You can make your own, but this is about keeping it simple.
Make it easy on yourself.
And what else have we got?
Chicken thighs, which I have diced up. They were skinned and boneless anyway, but I've literally just cut them up small.
And you've done them really small because don't forget, we're going to be doing them in these little pie dishes we've got, which if I can find the link, folks, I'll put them on...
Definitely got them off of Amazon.
They come from Amazon, yeah. If I can find the link, we'll put them in there.
Did you find the link before?
I can't remember,
last one.
And this is your homemade pastry.
Yeah.
Now that's made with lard. It's a shortcrust pastry.
Lard and love.
And what I will do, I'll leave the link to the video where you made the other pie below in the comment section so they can see.
Yeah.
But we all know that puff pastry, again, it's a choice. But puff pastry is renownedly takes a lot of time and effort to make.
Putting the butter in and folding it and butter it,
So it's just as simple to buy that. So
I wouldn't make puff pastry again. I would go for that. But now I'm always going to make my own short crust.
And we actually prefer short crust. Right, so what's the first step then?
Right, we're going to cook this chicken off a bit and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients.
Now we're going to be using the Cosori TwinFry here, folks, as we used on many of occasions. We love this one. And it comes, as you probably know, with the dual elements. It's called the dual blaze because you've got the elements on the bottom and also the elements on the top there as well. In other words, you don't need to preheat this one. It hasn't even got a preheat on it, Sharon. And it doesn't have a shake function because technically speaking, you don't need to do that. No. Although we still do it, don't we?
It's habit. But you like to check anyway, don't you?
And this is a complete 10-litre air fryer in one go, or two 5-litre separate units. And the great thing about this one, when you want to cook a large item, which we're going to do, you can take that centre partition out.
Yes. You
can also take your trays out, your crisper trays as well, which we're going to be doing in this situation. And don't forget, this thing has got 2,800 watts. Now that might sound a lot because your normal air fryers, let's say this one for example, most air fryers have got 1,750 watts or thereabouts. This is comparable in element size to your main oven over there, which that was 2.8 or 3 kilowatts. We don't use that anymore, but that has got a 60-litre capacity. This thing's only got 10 litres. So as a result of that, it heats up a lot quicker, it cooks a lot quicker, and they do say your cooking time is 65% faster than a conventional oven over there. Now, we all know what it's like when you open that door, Sharon, and it can take ages to warm up. It
steams you up, that's what it does.
But also, as a result of that, and it cooks quicker, this cooks up to 45% faster because it's not eating up 60 litres, it's only eating up 10 litres. So there's a little bit about it there, and we'll talk a bit more about it in a minute. So let's get this cooking going, baby. We're going to use it like that.
Yeah.
And all you're going to do, how much weight was there? Can you remember?
1 kilogram.
It's a kilogram?
Yeah.
Right, now we may or may not use all that in these 4 pies, but again, like anything, Shao, you can let it go cold and use it afterwards with another pie.
Put it in anything.
Yeah, so we're just going to tip that into there.
No, I'm not putting nothing in it because, as you know, water comes out.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not putting the bacon in yet, because I want to see how much water does come out. Hopefully, not a lot.
But also, as I say, with this soup, it's quite thick anyway. But if it is too thin after cooking it, just add a bit of flour or corn flour or something.
Or chicken gravy granules, which I've got, which I will put in if I need to.
So all we're going to do is put this in, literally on its own. We're not seasoning it up yet, are we?
No.
And the great thing about this, you turn it on, you've got two settings there. You've got zone 1 and zone 2, which are set up individually. I know you can't see that all that well, folks, but nothing flashes on here. But we're going for the grand zone setting, and it's simple, one control. The air fry setting, you see the roast setting, you've got the bake setting, you've got the grill setting. Now, as you can see there, that symbol changed there to the element at the top, and the one at the bottom is off. You've got the reheat function where they're both on again, and also the dry function. Now, the dry function is dehydrate basically, and this has got a timer between 1 minute and I think it's 48 hours or something like that.
That's on the dehydrate.
On the dehydrate function, yeah. It's got a range from 35 degrees centigrade up to 240 degrees centigrade, but we're going to use this at the moment on the air fry setting. And all we're going to do, we're going to leave the temperature as it is, 200, and the time, we'll probably just lower that to about 15 minutes maybe.
I think even less than that, because it is cut up small and I do want to add the rest of the meat.
Right, so we're not too worried about that. We just want to get it cooking first of all, and on we go. So we're going to leave that off, start cooking, and as I say, the pastry's already weighed up. You've done that, and if you want to check that out, go to our other video below, and then it's just a matter of adding all the ingredients now onto the main tray.
Yes.
7 minutes these have been on for, we're just coming down. All we're doing is just getting the chicken going to see how much fluid comes out of them, aren't we?
Yeah.
So let's have a little look at that. Let's just stop down, folks. Let's get this out. As you can see, it's coloured up a little bit. It's still a little bit raw in places. Now, we're not worried about that because we're going to continue the cooking now, Sharon, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Make sure you always use a silicone or wooden spatula when these, folks, because you've got a non-stick coating in there. Now, you're going to put the bacon in there. How much bacon's in there, Sharon?
That's a packet of streaking.
Just a whole packet. So we're not even doing numbers here, folks.
No.
That is a kilogram and a packet of bacon. Keep it nice and simple. And all we're going to do now is now put this on for a longer time now, because now we want to cook it through. We'll add the mushrooms and the soup towards the end. But while this is in cooking... Well, the mushrooms are going and then the soup final. The mushrooms cook a bit. So everything will be cooked first.
You know, you just don't want too much in
and then we'll season it as well with salt and pepper. So let's whack that back in then. And we're going to put this on now again for 200 degrees centigrade on the grand zone, and we're going to go for 15 minutes, shall we?
Yeah.
And then press off you go. There you go. So all we've got now is just two main ingredients there, Shall. Look, the soup, mushrooms,
and seasoning, of course.
Seasoning. We've done our own pastry, but you can obviously buy that if you want. There's nothing wrong with it, Shall. It's quick and convenient.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
And they do a short crust one as well, don't they? But there is no comparison with a homemade one like that, is there?
No.
Right, so what we're going to do now then?
We're going to make our pie cases. How many tins have I got there?
Right.
5.
So we use the puff pastry first.
Yeah.
And see how many we can get out of these. And I don't know how you are with this, Shal, but a pie to me, you know when you go to these restaurants or a pub or whatever, and they say they got a lovely homemade pie or whatever, and then it comes up to you in a ramekin.
We ate.
And a puff pastry top. And this is why I'm not so keen on puff pastry. The puff pastry top, you take it off and it's just a stew basically. It's not a pie. It's not got all the up and like below it sort of thing. It's not got the pastry underneath it. It's got to have the pastry underneath it, folks, isn't it, Sharon?
Yeah,
to
definitely.
be a proper pie. And they normally do it with puff pastry. Now you know yourself, when you poke your fork through that, puff pastry goes down to nothing, which is one of the reasons why I prefer shortcrust pastry. Anyway, let's cut these. I don't think we're going to get many out of this.
Do you want to cut? I'll tell you what, I'm just going to go to the cupboard, get myself some flour and lard. I've just realised I've not greased them.
Good God, Sharon.
What a wally.
What a wally. Go on, off you go, baby. Right, so this is these sheets as you get them already rolled out. Now, I don't think we're going to get many out of this, Shell, to be honest with you.
I only really want 2.
2?
If you can get 2, if not, 1.
Right, so let's just cut round there then. I'm doing the best I can, baby. So let's do that.
So that's your lid.
That's the lid. That'll be the lid. We should have probably... Where's the flour? Let me throw a bit of flour down here. I like to get involved, you see, Sharon. So let's just get on the old table there, look. And I'm just going to do that. That's the sort of person I am, Sharon. Look, I don't care, do I?
No, you don't.
Right, I don't want to get messy here, so I'm going to lift that out. Trying to retain its shape. And just stick it on there so it's easy to pick up, Sharon. I'm going to go again.
Go bigger.
Eh?
Go round it, but bigger, because you've got the depth for it to fall in this time.
Yeah, but I can stretch that, I'm sure I can.
Well, instead of making the pastry go thinner.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll make it a little bit bigger then. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'll use that as this is a base.
template sort of thing, but where you're just like adding an inch or so.
Well, an inch is very important, Sharon.
Oh yeah, you're telling me.
So let's get that off of there. So that's going to be one pie, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to get that. Did you grease them?
No, I haven't greased them because I'm holding the camera.
Right, okay, fair enough, baby. Right, so I'm going to do that right now. Where do you put it?
Lard, sir.
So we're going to get the lard out. We always use lard, folks, for this. And literally just give it a good...
Oh my God.
What?
Why couldn't you just have used the paper and put a bit on the paper?
I'm front line, Sharon.
Not that much lard.
I'm hands-on.
Swimming.
Look.
Right, that's the only one you're doing.
Right, okay, baby, look. I'm hands-on, Shal. You'll find that it'll be so much better.
Now put some flour in there and sprinkle the flour.
I'm just about to do that. Right, hold on. Now I've got to clean my hands now, haven't I? You're making me look like I don't know what I'm doing, Shal.
That's a real man. You get a block of, like a caveman, wasn't it? A block
Caveman?
of it. Yeah. That's enough, that's enough.
I know. Calm down, woman. Look. Just oscillate it, folks, look. There we go. Just get that round there like that. There we go. Look, you can't. It won't hurt. It won't hurt.
It's hurting me.
This is what gives it the rustic look, Sharon. So I'm going to get this one now. Come down here, Sharon. Come down here. And I'm going to drop this in like that. And just tease it in, Sharon. Look.
See what I mean about making it a bit bigger?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You always make it bigger, Sharon. Look, just thumb it in.
Really?
Like that. And I'm just going to go around the edge now. With the knife, like what?
No.
Sharon, please don't tell me off, baby.
No, you do that at the end when you've just stuck it together. That's when you do that. I'm not telling you off.
Well, you're telling me off, Sharon.
I'm not, but it's when you...
I've done pies before. It was just my method.
All right then.
There is no right and wrong way, is there?
Well.
So I'm going to leave that like that now then. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so when you brush it with milk, it's got something to attach to when you put that
It will
lid
do,
on.
because all I was going to do, if I just show you, Sharon, look.
Yeah, but
look.
it shrinks back sometimes.
Nothing, no, not when you're playing with it, Sharon, it won't shrink. Look. That's all I was going to do, that, look. And you still got your ridge, okay? Yeah? Does that make sense? So that one,
when you do
ready
it
to
at
go.
home, use that part of the knife so you don't scratch your tins. Honestly, Martin Butler, the kitchen is mine.
Right, I'm going to dry my hands and I'm going to let her do the next one. Unbelievable.
Oh look, I haven't got enough flaky pastry left. I have
Not
to
my
use
problem.
Mine. I will use mine.
Right, so after that fiasco, you are now doing your part of the job again, and you say you want to give this a little bit of a stir up, didn't you?
See, look, here it comes.
There's the water. You see what we was talking about, folks?
And now, I'm going to add the mushrooms, actually.
Are you really? Because they'll release water as well,
Yeah,
Sharon,
that's what
won't
I
they?
mean, and we're going to have to strain this
we
water
can
off.
push it all to one side, tip it down the other end, and then we can get it out with some kitchen paper.
Yes, you can.
Oh, here we go. I'll do all the messy blinking job, Sharon. I'll tell you what, there's not much room in it for us two.
Tip them in, baby.
Oh, you let me do the inferior jobs?
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, I can't get that one out, Sharon.
In fact, I have 2 little bits of bacon.
Oh, here we go. Look, she missed them 2 little bits. In you go. Give it a good stir up. Now, can you see the benefit of having a big area to work with, folks, by taking that partition out? And you can move it all to one side, as I said to you, and you can even cook a whole roast or a joint in there, as we've done in the past, haven't we?
Oh, I have done, yeah.
So we've got another 8 minutes to go there, people. Right, so we're going to watch you do one now. I won't say a word. Let's see how you do it. Oh, I see. Oh, I like your style.
Yeah.
Just pull a little bit off. Just rim it, Shell. And that's how simple it is, folks. Look at that. Look.
I feel like I'm on the generation game.
Yeah. Good game, good game.
I used to love that.
Yeah. Right, okay then. So now you're going to do one with your own pastry.
Yeah, don't need to roll that out.
Which means obviously you've got to roll it out.
Yeah.
Now some rolling pins, Sharon, have little discs on either end, don't they? Which means that you can only roll to the thickness that you need.
Yeah.
Without the rings, you've got to use your experience, otherwise you can go too thin or too thick. But when you've got them rolling pins with the edges on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And now you're going to do this now, there we go.
Oh, I got the wrong one.
Yeah, see, don't muck up, Shell.
Oh, I haven't put the flour in that, have I?
You haven't drawn around it as well.
No, because I'm going to show you another way.
Oh, here we go. In you go. Right, so she's just teasing the flour around the bowl. It just helps.
Nothing like a good tease.
Freeing it up, Sharon, doesn't it? Oh, I see, you're going in with a whole lot.
Yeah. This way I will cut around the edges.
Of course you will. But you didn't want me to do it.
No, this is just if you're doing your own pastry and you've got a lot, this can be an easier and quicker way to do it. Because I know now I've got enough.
I call it do as I say, not as I do. That's what I call it. Yeah? Do you get that? Right, so she's...
So there, it's perfectly in.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, without stretching it. Now you're going to go around, use the back of the knife, folks.
You're not scratching it in.
Of course you're not. There you go. That's all I was going to do before she had a go at me, folks. And there we go. So that's 2 done. One is...
Oh, actually, you can see the difference in colour in the pastry, can't you?
You can tell the difference between Sharon's one and that, even though you can't see it properly in the light. But yeah, we can see a noticeable difference anyway. And you'll notice when they're cooked anyway, because that one will puff up, won't it?
Yeah, but no, I mean the lid to go with the base.
Yeah. Right, so this is how simple it gets. This is the most complicated part of it, isn't it, Sharon?
Yeah, but it's fun though, isn't it?
Well, is it?
I think I've got your little bit there.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if they can see it in there, the different shade. I've got a little bit of puff there.
Wow, that's a special one then.
Well, should we keep it in and see how it comes out?
Well, whatever.
Then
You're still using the back of the knife. I would have turned it over now, you see.
No, because I don't want to scratch my enamel.
Oh, yeah, but you're in control of it, Sharon. You're in control of your tool.
Don't want paint flecks.
Unbelievable. Right, okay then, so that's both of them done. Let's put that one out of the way. So there's both of that. Now you want to put it over here, Sharon, because you've got to open that drawer, baby.
Put it there then.
There we go. So they're all ready to go. So all we've got to do now then is add this when we're ready.
Yeah, let's have a peek.
A bit of seasoning. Let's have a little look. We've still got a few minutes to go, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at that, look.
Do you know what?
What?
Smells good.
I know, yeah.
And see how them mushrooms are shrunk? Amazing.
Yep. And as I say, you want to cut your chicken up in very small portions, because when you get them in there, obviously, you don't want sort of 2 or 3 chunks in there. No. You want loads of chicken in there, well packed, and you want a nice bit of bacon in there and the mushrooms. And keeping it small means you can fill them more evenly and more completely, can't you?
Yes, that's correct, baby.
Right, okay, what are you doing now?
I'm going to do them other tins.
Right, so we've got 3 more to do. These are going to be Sharon's short crust pastry. So we've got one which is going to be the puff pastry, so we can see the difference. And off she goes.
Preference though, isn't it, of pastry as well?
Off you go, baby.
Acordou de manhã, sentou-se na mesa, olhou para mim com a cara surpresa. E o café tá saindo, madame, com pãozinho.
Right, here we go, folks. That's what we've made there. We've got the one made from the puff pastry. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 made out of short crust pastry. And with the little bits of pastry we had left over, we rolled that out. That's puff and short crust rolled together, rolled out, because we're going to make a pasty if we've got any left over. So that's our little perk, chef perk, Sharon.
Yeah.
So let's come over here, get this whole Cosori open. And oh, look at that, Sharon, look. Let me get that spatula. There you go, folks. It's really looked lovely and well cooked there. Now, as you can see, there is quite a bit of fluid in there. Now, we're just going to pull that over to one side. And then all I'll do is I'll just stick that under there like that. That'll just drop the liquid over to one side. And all I'm going to do is get some kitchen roll, a good absorbent roll here, and literally just put that in there and just soak up all that liquid, or most of it. If you were probably using free-range chicken, I don't suppose you'd get all that water content. I think it's only mass-produced chickens. I think they pump it with fluid, don't they, Sharon?
Yeah.
I think that'll probably do us. Right, okay, let's get rid of that. And what we're going to do now is just add a little bit of seasoning to it. So we're going to put some Himalayan salt in there. Don't forget, we won't need too much salt because the bacon is already salted. So we'll just go in.
I did actually use smoky bacon.
Yeah, so that's quite salty, that, isn't it? And then we'll go in with our black pepper as well. Put plenty in.
Frank's going to like his pepper.
Hey?
Frank's going to like pepper, isn't he?
Yeah, be all right, Shao. And then we've got our tin of cream of chicken soup. Now, we're only suggesting this because it's easy to do and it adds instant flavour as well. You can make your own white sauce, make a roux if you want, or you can put gravy granules in, chicken gravy granules if you want to. But we're just going to literally go in with a whole tin of soup there, like that. We're going to give it a bit of a stir up. And this will be our pie filling. And after this is cooked, we'll then be able to see whether or not we're going to put some gravy granules in as well. Or you can use corn flour.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll see how we go. So right, we're going to do our cooking now. We're going to put that on for about another 8 minutes.
You've got to remember, you're not making a stew, you're making a pie filling.
Making a
so you
pie
don't
filling.
want loads and loads of liquid.
So on again, we're going to go that. We're going to go grand zone again. And we're going to leave it on 200 and we're going to go right down to 8 minutes on this time. Again, you'll adjust the time depending on what quantities you're using. See you in 8 minutes. Right, okay, baby. Time to see what it looks like. Let's get that open. Oh, look at that. That looks succulent, doesn't it, Sharon?
Guys, I think that's actually perfect.
Yeah, right, go on in you go. Let's see how many we get out of this, folks. Sharon's just going to scoop and fill up our pies.
Give them one good scoop.
Yeah, give them one good scoop first, and then with the rest of it we can top up as necessary. And if we're lucky, we'll get to use the little pastry chef's perk afterwards. Right, I think we're lucky, Shal.
Yeah.
I think we've got enough for a chef's perk. Going to make this little last pasty, folks. This is going to be nice and tasty. We're experimenting with this because it's puff pastry and short crust in the same package. Look at that.
I think that'd be enough when you pull it over.
I think so. Any left over in there? Oh yeah, go on then. Put a little bit left in that. I think that middle pie shell looks a little bit low, but that's, oh yes, don't waste it, baby.
No, I won't.
Look at that, and that one, I think.
I thought that one.
Oh, that one, yeah, good idea. There you go.
Well, that one, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. There you go. How about that? Now, normally, if you were buying them pies, Sharon, or a pie, like a pucker pie at a fish and chip shop, they're £4 each. There's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, plus a massive pasty, which is going to be about £4. There's about £24 worth there, Sharon. Isn't it?
Place your orders now, people.
And you're just going around the edge now with milk. You can also use egg wash if you want.
Run out of eggs.
Run out of eggs, that's the only reason.
I see me egg lady tomorrow, so.
And then she's going to put that on there, and then she'll crimp down in a minute with a fork.
We'll leave that one there so we know that's.
Now, in our last video, someone did send us an email saying that when they created a pie, they had a soggy bottom. And what we suggested was that cook it lower and slower so that they cook all the way through. But that's the beauty of the Cosori dual blaze, because you have got them elements, as you can see, folks, at the bottom, and they help cook from the underneath as well as the top. Keeping the temperature down to say 180 degrees centigrade as opposed to 200 will make sure that your top doesn't get too burnt. The dual blaze technology is going to help cook from the bottom as well. Right, so all we've got now is this lovely little pasty, which she's just going to, again, put the milk around the edge.
Oh, I feel like I'm painting
that
again.
Is such a now, have you ever cut one of them pasties open that you buy in the shops, you know, the cheap budget end ones? And there's hardly ever any filling in.
No.
Never with the amount of filling that's got.
When you pick it out like that, it's gone. There's nothing till you get to the last mouthful.
Right, go on in, baby. Fold that over. Oh, look, that's going to be enormous. You can roll that one around, Shell, can't you?
Yeah, I will do.
Look at that. That is a pasty and a half. Now, it's not a Cornish pasty, Shell, because the people from Cornwall get the ump when you call it a Cornish pasty.
Who called it a Cornish pasty?
No, I'm saying they do get the ump. We remember we done pasties before, and I must have accidentally slipped and called it a Cornish pasty, and we had a tirade of abuse from Cornish people saying that's not a Cornish pasty, but that looks fantastic. We're just going to get a fork there, just go around the edge, and then get your knife and just a little steam hole in the middle, and that's the job done. Wash it with milk or an egg if you've got an egg. We haven't got an egg, as we said to you.
There you go. Make do amends.
Hey?
Make do amends.
And there you go. And that's it. So right, we're just going to wash out now. We're going to do the rest of the same to exactly them, and then put them in the air fryer.
Correct.
Right, okay, there we go, people. We've got our puff pastry. We've got our puff pastry and short crust pastry pasty. And we've also got one made with Sharon's homemade short crust pastry. The other ones there, what we got, they're going to be frozen. So in they go. On, again, grand zone setting. We're going to hit the grand zone again. We're going to go 180 degrees, but say you don't want them to burn.
No.
So you drop the temperature and put them on for a longer period of time, 20 minutes. So off we go.
Because your filling is cooked, you're literally just cooking the pastry.
Yeah, and we want that slow, and we want it to not burn, so we don't want the temperature up to 200 or nothing like that. And I say we will be watching it, and hopefully that'll taste lovely. Now
And I've got 3 dinners there.
They want peas.
Chips and peas, they're
Chips and peas, so that's what we're going to be doing with this one. Okay, baby, you've been busy. You've put the chips and the peas on the plate, ready to go. And let's have a look. This is just finished now. Oh, look at them people. Look, don't they look good? Absolutely lovely. Golden, just as you like them. Right, let's get them out, baby. This is the beauty of having a big area as opposed to a small air fryer, folks. You can lift things out a lot easier. Don't forget, this is hot as well. Lovely old job. Put that on there, baby. I just want to have a little check underneath, Sharon.
Yep.
Oh, that's red hot. Look at that, folks. Fully cooked through. Absolutely perfect. And don't forget, we've got quite a good wet mixture there as well inside that pasty. Let's leave that there. We're just going to get the pies out, plate it up, have a closer look at it, Shell, and then we'll have a little taste test. So, as you can see, folks, we know exactly what one's what. That's the puff pastry. There's your short crust. That thing is a combination of both. And it is risen, actually, isn't it?
It has. I think it looks mainly short crust.
Short crust, yeah.
But there's more puff in it.
There's more puff in it. It looks like a puffy short crust, Sharon.
It's confused.
Right, let's get these out, and then we'll plate up, and we'll take it from there. Before we plate it up, Shell, we've just turned it out, because I know them people would love to see the underside of it. Now, as you can see there, this one's the puff pastry. Look, fully cooked through. Just wanted to show you that, folks, because they are a bit tricky to turn over, and we didn't want to break it all up for you. So there you go.
See how deep them pies are.
So 20 minutes.
Yep.
And look at, as you said, how deep they are. So just turn it over. There we go. What a massive pie. And we've just turned the other one out, folks, and as you can see, that one is fully done as well. Now we're just going to cut that in half now, because baby Frank ain't going to be able to eat all that.
Now when you see the side, that's bigger than a pack of pie.
So let's cut it down the middle, baby. Let's just have a little look at that inside, just to see how, oh, look how full it is, Sharon. Look at that, people. Absolutely super. I'll tell you what, let's take a closer look.
Yep.
Well, the rest has gone to Frank and Charlotte at the moment. Just chop that down the middle, Sharon. Let's have a little look and have a little taste. Look at the amount of bacon and chicken in that, Sharon. And the mushrooms. It's all there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, go on in, baby. In you go. This one is the short crust pastry, isn't it? Charlotte had the other one. Go on, go in. I know it's going to be hot. Now compare it to a pucker pie or supermarket cheap pie.
No comparison.
There is no comparison, is there?
Full of flavour.
Absolutely full of flavour.
Pastry's amazing.
And the chicken soup has made a lovely little sauce in there, and not made it too runny. But
You don't want no more moisture than that.
I'm glad we drew out that moisture of the chicken. But if you're using a quality chicken, then you probably won't get that. Can I have a little go?
Of course you can.
Right, okay. Now we have got that pasty there as well, folks, but I'm going to go in old style, getting it on there like that. Oh. Full metal jacket, everything's in there, Sharon.
Go on, shove it in. That better be a taste sensation, Butler. Honestly, my pastry melts in your mouth if I do say so myself.
Folks, is a taste sensation. That is absolutely fantastic. That short crust pastry, what Sharon makes with the lard, made with the lard, you can taste the difference. Now, I know we haven't got the other one here, but that really does satisfy you.
And that I took away your peace. Drowning by yourself, now you wanna blame me.
You can't beat homemade, folks. And I'd pay £4 for that, no problem whatsoever.
You'd get charged a lot more than that, thank you very much.
I know. So why would you buy them, folks? Absolutely superb, full of filling. The filling of your choice. This is what we've chosen on this occasion. Thanks very much for Cosori for giving us the idea. And the beauty, as I said to you, of the dual blaze is the heating underneath, as we proved when we turned the pies over. Yeah. Cooked all the way through. Otherwise, if you're using a single element air fryer at the top, then you do have to juggle about with the times and the temperatures as well. But we found 180 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes. We've cooked all the ingredients beforehand in the pie, so that all we have to really do is cook the pie through.
You can even make the filling the day before, whatever.
And don't forget, folks, down below is the link for this and other of the Cosori range. And I think you'll find they've probably got some good deals down there. So do have a look at the links in the description just below this video, and check out the Cosori range, especially the twin fry. Anyway, there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this. We'll see you in the next video, and until then,
bye.
I'm having that.
So Jimmy's got that.